who are from Borneo. Okay, they just arrived last night, and then currently they are going for the medical checkup at the PKU. Okay, so because of that, I will be recording this session so that they can watch the session later. Right, so today we are going to discuss about your first assessment. Okay, a few things regarding your first assessment. I'm going to share my screen with all of you now. I hope you're going to pay full attention to the discussion. Okay. Right, let's wait for my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So last week was week 3. Okay, and then I asked you to read on process explanation, and then you are supposed to look on types of process explanation. There are 2 types of it: informational and directional. Okay, and then I have also informed you that your assessment 1, okay, the what do you call it, the details, the instructions have been uploaded in Kalam. Okay, I hope that you have checked on the instruction, and we are going to look at it. Okay, so this is week 4. All right. So now in week 4, we are supposed to look at the presentation outline. Okay, whereby we are going to have the look at the draft of your presentation. Okay, the draft of your presentation. Hopefully that you are on the right track. Okay, and then we're going to look at the Google Classroom content. The submission that you have given to me regarding your draft for your first assessment. Okay, so we're going to have a look at it one by one, inshallah. All right. So let's have a look at the question paper. Okay, I'll skip this thing first. Let me close it. All right. If you go to Kalam, okay, right now, if you can go to Kalam as well. If you click under week 3, okay, under week 3, these are some of the exercises that you need to do, and also the notes on process explanation. And I have also given the link to the 2 videos that I have prepared earlier on informational and directional approach in process explanation. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you regarding these 2 things. Okay, assessment 1A and assessment 1B, what you are supposed to know regarding this thing. Okay, so this is going to be the cover page of your assessment. Right. So the learning outcomes for these assessments, as stated here, to demonstrate presentation skills using appropriate delivery strategies. Okay, for assessment 1B, you are going to deliver your presentation regarding the product. Okay, and then CO3 or learning outcome 3, transfer salient information from technical reading materials and documents into appropriate format. So this is for your infographic, assessment 1A. And then CO4, apply appropriate and accurate language in written and or spoken discourse. Okay, all right. So this is for your assessment 1A and then 1B, CO4. Okay, instructions given here. Assessment is divided into 2 parts. Assessment 1A, infographic 10%, and assessment 1B, digital technical oral presentation 20%. Right, so there are 2 parts of it. So read both instructions for assessment 1A and assessment 1B carefully in their entirety. So you have to read both of the instructions for assessment 1A and assessment 1B carefully. Okay, because assessment 1A will be part for assessment 1B, and whatever you have prepared for assessment 1A will be presented for assessment 1B. Okay, for this assessment, you are required to deliver a technical oral presentation describing a latest existing product. So that's why, okay, some of you, when you texted me asking about a product, okay, but it is still not yet in the market, so I advise you to find other product. Okay, so the product release date must be less than a year or 12 months for industry expo virtual exhibition, which will be held from 7 to 9 of April 2029. So during that week, we are going to assume that you are attending a virtual an industry expo virtual exhibition, okay, as a representative from this particular company, okay, and then you are going to present about the product that is approved, okay, the one that you suggested and approved by me. Okay, all right. So for that particular week, 7 until 9 of April, it's going to be your week 6. Okay, week number 6. All right, from 7 until 9 of April is going to be your week 6. Okay, so that is going to be your week 6. All right, and then the product is to be presented to suit both technical and non-technical audiences. Okay, remember, I have mentioned to you about product description. Imagine that you have audiences that come from both background, those with technical and those without technical knowledge regarding the product. So when you are going to present, make sure that it is going to be the simplest form and people can easily understand what you are trying to tell them. Okay, and then remember that the product should be latest, okay, less than a year or 12 months. Okay, so this is for assessment 1A, infographic. With a partner or in a group of 3, okay, so remember, I believe in your group, for your section, right, there are 10 groups altogether, and then there are 30 of you, so all of you are working in a group, okay, all right, and then you must do the following. Okay, number 1, research the product thoroughly. Okay, I found out that in the suggestion given by you, some of you just put it in a very general form. For example, group number 5, rain sensors. Okay, so you have to get the model name. All right, you have to get the model name, you have to get the name of the manufacturer, you have to get some information regarding the product that you are suggesting. Okay, number 2, in a group, identify, or a group in or a pair. So since that all of you are doing it in a group, okay, identify the technical description of the unique parts, how each of the chosen unique part works, and how to use the product. Okay, so you need to identify at least 6 main parts or subparts of the product. And then you must be able to describe about each main parts or the subparts technically. All right. And then for each of the parts that you have identified, you have to know, okay, how each of the part works. And lastly, how to use the product in general. All right. So you number 3, okay, it brings you to number 3. You need to consult me for the approval of your product by week 4, the first meeting. So we are now in week 4, the first meeting. This is what we are supposed to do. Okay, and then each group or pair must prepare a 1-page infographic poster as the visual aid. Okay, for a group, the wordings should be within 300 to 450 words only. Okay, in A3 size, suitable for a virtual product exhibition. Okay, if you look back at the weekly planner here, right, for the infographic, I'm going to teach you how to prepare it next week in week 5. Okay, so next week, I'm going to teach you on how to prepare your infographic. What are the platforms that you can use? Okay, but at the same time, starting from today onwards, once your product has been approved for the presentation, okay, you can gather all of the materials, all of the information regarding the product, and then put it into Microsoft Word, okay, for a start. Then you are going to transfer that information into your infographic or your poster. Okay, remember your infographic, since that you all of you are doing it in a group, it is supposed to be within 300 to 450 words maximum. Okay, and the size should be in A3 form. Okay, so upload the final description draft of your infographic into Turnitin Plagiarism Checker. Ensure that you have minimum of 3 references in APA 7th edition. Okay, so next week I will show you an example of a previous semester work, okay, on the infographic. Okay, and you can see over there the actual infographic and what does it mean by minimum of 3 references, and you are supposed to put it in the infographic according to APA 7th edition. So if you remember UHL2412, English for Academic Communication, we have taught you on how to write in-text citation and references. Okay, so you have to write the references according to the APA 7th edition. Okay, so what is it about, the references? It is supposed to be about the product. So you can take the information regarding the product from the original website, okay, and then you have to paraphrase or summarize or synthesize the information, and then you can also take information from other two sources, okay, maybe on how to use it, maybe on some review about the product, for example. Okay, that is going to be for number one, the number 5 over here. Okay, and then you are required, okay, in the draft form, okay, find the description draft, not the actual infographic, but the draft, only wordings without the pictures, okay. So you are going to upload it to Turnitin Plagiarism Checker. So I will create classes in the Turnitin platform, and then I will give you the class code, and then you can join and you can upload it there. Or maybe, okay, maybe it is better, my suggestion, all of you are going to compile it together. So let's say there are 10 groups, there will be 10 final description draft of your infographic, and then you email it to me. Okay, I will ask one of you to compile everything and then send it to me, email it to me, and then I will upload it to Turnitin platform, and then I will generate the report, and I will share back the report with all of you. Okay, I think that is better. All right. So number 6, plagiarism of any form will not be tolerated. So 0 mark will be given for the description that contains more than 10% of plagiarism. Okay. So once I have uploaded the final description draft, okay, the one that you have prepared in Turnitin, and then the plagiarism or the similarity index should be lesser than 10%, 10% and below. If your final description draft is more than 10%, okay, therefore, you are required to redo your final description draft of your infographic. So this is for assessment 1A only, okay? Right. So 0 mark will be given if you didn't do it. Okay, if you get, let's say, 11%, right? I have informed you, your group, you got 11%, then you have to redo it. So I will give you like maybe a few days to complete it. But, okay, after a few days, you fail to give me back the edited version, so I will give you 0 for your infographic. Okay, because it is clearly stated here. Okay, and then when it comes to the submission of your assessment 1A, you have to insert the received Turnitin result at the bottom of the infographic. Okay, so you have to put it in your infographic as well. Right, the similarity index taken from the Turnitin. Okay, it is in this question paper as well, so you can see how are you going to put the similarity index report in the infographic. Okay, so you have to put it inside the infographic as well. Number 7 here, submit soft copy of your infographic as well as the Turnitin similarity report. Okay, so since that I'm going to, my suggestion is that I'm going to ask you to compile all of the description, the final description draft. Okay, and then I'm going to upload it to Turnitin, and then I will generate the similarity index report, and then I will give it back to each one of the group, and then you can have a look at it. Okay, so if you got 10% and below, then you must to submit it. You must submit it in the platform that we have agreed. So the platform that we have agreed, okay, I mean, the one that I choose is Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom, for example, here, okay, this is our class, all right, under week 6 over here, okay, under week 6, right, you have here assessment 1A and assessment 1B, if you can see, right? So each group is required to upload all the materials needed for assessment 1A and 1B over here. So for assessment 1A, it is going to be your infographic, it is going to be your Turnitin report, okay? It is going to be your infographic, and it is going to be your Turnitin similarity report, okay, for assessment 1A. Okay, so it's going to be until the 9th of April, the submission. All right. Okay, I will answer the question after this, okay, regarding the similarity index report. Okay, I will answer the question. All right, and then this is how you are supposed to name your file. So for each group, only one submission. For infographic, your section number is 02G, and then underscore infographic underscore group number. So let's say you are group number 1, so write it like this, and then the leader name and the metric ID. Okay, who is your group leader, and then what is the name of the product that you have chosen. The same goes for the Turnitin similarity report. Okay, so this is going to be until 9th of April, 11:59 p.m. Okay, 9th of April, 11:59 p.m. All right, so this is for the infographic. All right, let's say this is going to be your infographic. All right, so reminder, the infographic must include the content as stated in your presentation guideline. So where is your presentation guideline? So it's also in column. Okay, we are going to have a look at it afterwards. Right, you need to have the company logo, product name, brand and model. Okay, definition, product overview, unique parts, how to use the product. Okay, in the footer, right, footer meaning at the bottom of your page or the infographic, you need to state at least minimum, okay, at least 3 references in APA 7th edition. Okay, and then I'm going to give you the link on how to write the citation and the references, okay, in a video that I have prepared earlier, right? And then you need to mention at the footer as well the company contact details, the email. For example, okay, you can just create an email address, all right? Just put it there on the infographic. It doesn't mean that it is supposed to be a valid email address, okay? The company website and the phone number. You can just create it because you need to assume that you are representing a company, okay? And then on the bottom right-hand corner of the infographic, you're going to put your similarity index percentage. Make sure it is 10% and below, okay? So this is how you're going to do it. This is on the marking part, okay? You can read this on your own, how to get full marks and such, okay? For infographic, we are also looking at the format. So you need to follow this kind of format. Okay, this is for infographic. Okay, so let's go back to the question here. Okay, given by Muhammad Iqbal, sir, if we compile all works together, the plagiarism checker will detect and combine our plagiarism mark instead of one work only. Okay, so when I ask you to compile everything, meaning that, okay, let's say Iqmal, you are the section leader, okay? You are the representative from the group, the section 02G, okay? So there will be 10 final draft description, okay? Final draft description, is it? There will be final description draft, all right, to all of you, okay? And then all the 10 groups, they have to give it to you. So when you email it to me, all right, in the email, it will contain, okay, all 10 final description draft of the infographic. Not the infographic, but the final description draft. 10 of it, okay? And then when you send it to me, all right, I'm going to download it one by one, okay? And then I'm going to upload it to Turnitin one by one as well, okay? Because only teachers with the Turnitin account can do so. Okay, you need to upload it one by one, of course, but in my case, I can upload all of the 10 files at one time, but the system will read the similarity index one by one. So you don't have to worry, okay? Because it is not going to be, like the one that you are worried right now. Okay, Ikmal? So it's going to be like that. So you don't have to worry. Okay, so and then even the similarity index report, it will be generated individually. I mean, like for each group. So none of the groups will be having the same problem as long as you didn't copy. So remember, in UHL2422 English for Academic Communication, you have learned about paraphrasing, summarizing, and synthesizing. So I will share the link again if you forgot about it, okay, on the video that I have prepared way earlier on paraphrasing, summarizing, and synthesizing, together with the video on in-text citation and referencing, and you can refer to the video in order for you to further understand on how to make sure that you can avoid plagiarizing works. Okay, so you are going to take the information from the internet, but you have to paraphrase or summarize or synthesize the information. Okay, that is what you're supposed to do for assessment 1A. Okay, all right, so this is for assessment 1A. Do you have any question, class? Class, any question regarding assessment 1A? How about the others? Thank you, Ikmal, for responding. How about the others? All right, so I hope you are clear of what is going on. But no worries, okay, because this session will be recorded, and then you can watch this video afterwards, okay, in case you forgot about something. Okay, let's have a look at assessment 1B. Okay, assessment 1B, it is going to be technical oral presentation or digital technical oral presentation. Why the word digital? Because since that you are not in the campus yet, okay, and then some of you are undergoing a quarantine period, so the presentation will be recorded. Okay, so in the group, you have to record your parts individually, and then you have to merge all of the video together. Okay, so let's have a look at the instruction. So again, this is going to be the same, all right, but let's have a look at the detailed instruction for assessment 1B. So digital technical oral presentation. Okay, number one, your technical oral presentation will be in digital format, okay, recorded video presentation, and is required to be submitted within week 6, okay, meaning that the last date is going to be on the 9th of April, together with your infographic and your Turnitin Similarity Index report. Okay, so as you can see in Google Classroom here, I have prepared, okay, under week 6, assessment 1A and 1B. So for each group, right, for assessment 1A, you need to submit 2 things, the infographic and the similarity index report, okay, generated from Turnitin. For assessment 1B, you are going to share the link of your group presentation. Okay, what does it mean by the link? The YouTube link. Okay, and that is the reason why I asked you in the beginning of our semester, okay, I asked you to create your own YouTube channel, whereby for assessment 1B, once you have merged all of the recordings together, okay, you are going to upload it to YouTube, okay, and you share the link. So each group, you just need to submit one video link of your presentation. Okay, so assessment 1A, assessment 1B, only one submission for each group. Right. Okay, so as in assessment 1A, still number 1, okay, you will be working with the same group members or partner. Okay, so it's going to be the same group. All right, so number 2, group of 3 has 9 minutes to present, while pair will have 6 minutes to present. So all of you are going to do it in a group. So all of you are going to have 9 minutes for the presentation. So 3 of you, so 3 minutes each. Okay, so presenters will only be assessed within the allocated time limit. So once you have started with the recording, right, make sure that you do not reach the time limit or exceed the time limit. So individually, you are given 3 minutes for the presentation. Okay, so do not go beyond the time limit. Okay, number 3 here, as you are supposedly representing your organization or company in this digital technical oral presentation, you must portray a very high standard of professionalism, which include but not limited to, okay, include but not limited to. So you can have other aspects as well. Okay, A, making professional appearance in the video presentation is suitable for the context of the presentation. So professional attire, hairstyle, makeup, etc. So please avoid t-shirt or round neck t-shirt unless that the t-shirt stated about the product that you are going to present. Okay, but again, my suggestion, okay, please wear proper attire, especially for boys. Okay, for the gentlemen, all right, wear a shirt, okay, a collared shirt, all right, and then you can also wear a necktie and maybe a blazer or a suit. Okay, for girls as well, please avoid any form of t-shirt. Okay, all right, so please dress properly because you are going to represent your company. Okay, B, positioning yourself preferably half of the video frame side by side with your infographic and making sure your audience will be able to see your upper torso, okay, from your tummy to the top, and hand motions while you are presenting, okay, gestures, all right. So the examples given here, okay, have a look at the example given there. Okay, so this is the suggested one. Well balanced and good use of infographic as visual aid. So your video should be half of the screen. Okay, and the other half of the screen is going to be the infographic whereby you are going to discuss or present the parts given to you. Okay, so remember, for each group you have to find at least 6 main parts. So it means that there are 3 presenters. So individually, you are going to present at least 2 main parts or subparts. Okay, all right. You cannot do this because there is no visual aid at all, only you. Okay, and then like this, the size of the presenter is too small at the bottom, and then you cannot do voiceover as well. Okay, meaning that only the slide without you appearing on the screen. Okay, so the best one is number 1 here, well balanced and good use of infographic as visual aid. So you put it next to each other. Okay, all right. In C, ensuring that audio quality is loud and clear before video submission. Okay, so if your background is not very clear, okay, please try to find the most suitable place for you to do the recording. Okay, for your information, okay, for example here, I am using this microphone, okay, during the class and also my recording so that you can listen to my voice clearly. Okay, and also try to minimize distractions and background noise if possible. Okay, I know it is not an easy task, especially recording at home where you have like many distractions, okay, but try to avoid that. Okay, try to avoid that if possible. Okay, in D, ensuring your video background looks as professional as possible. Avoid cluttered or distracting background. So maybe you can choose a white background, okay, or you can use your, for example, in my case right now, I'm using Google Meet virtual background, okay, but make sure it is not distracting. Okay, right. So number 4, each group, okay, must prepare an infographic poster as the visual aid in your video presentation. Okay, so if you're going to present, you're going to present 2 main parts, okay, individually, each one of you. So you are going to highlight only on the 2 main parts. Okay, so when you are presenting, make sure that the infographic can appear clearly, and then we can see while you are presenting on what is the part or what are the parts that you are presenting on. Okay, right. So this is the guideline, presentation guideline. Right, presenter 1, these are the things that you are supposed to do. Okay, presenter 2, right, and then presenter number 3. Okay, right, for a group, okay, and then when it comes to conclusion, right, you need to highlight on how to use the product. Okay, summary of the presentation, let's say you are telling the benefits of the product, okay, what are the limitations, and then you're going to end your presentations. So number 6 here, upload the digital technical oral presentation video to the agreed platform. So in this case, you can record your video individually first, all right, and then you merge all of the video together, right, all of the groups. Each group you are given 9 minutes for the presentation, 3 minutes for each of the presenter. Okay, and then you upload it to YouTube. After you have merged all the video together, you upload it to YouTube. Take the link, okay, just put it as unlisted, not private, okay. You can put it in two forms, all right. You can upload it to YouTube in two forms. There are three forms actually, but choose either or, okay. You can choose either to make your video in public, or you can choose to make your video to appear as unlisted. So unlisted here meaning that only those with the link can view the video. Okay, so the third one is private. I cannot view it at all, but I need you to upload it to YouTube either in public or in unlisted mode. Okay, so this is how number 7. This is how you are supposed to to name your file. Okay, and this is the marking part. You can have a look at it. You will know how you are being awarded the marks for the presentation. Okay, the detailed rubric is given here as well. All right. Okay, any question regarding assessment 1B?
Sir, about the
Any question, class?
presentation.
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
sir.
Bashir.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Regarding the video presentation, can we edit our video, but using our creativity, but still follow the video requirement?
Yes. Okay, freedom is given to you. You can use VN editor, you can use After Effects, you can use Vegas, up to you. Okay, but make sure the video should not be more than 9 minutes, and each presenter is given 3 minutes to present their point. So if you want to have, like, say, transition between one presenter to another by editing the transition, it is up to you. Okay, you can do it. Okay,
Okay,
how about
thank
the
you, sir.
others? All right, you're welcome.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Ikmal, so 9 minutes only for member presentation, right? Or is it for the whole video? Yes, Ikmal, 9 minutes is for the whole presentation. Okay, so there are 3 of you. You are given 9 minutes to present about your main parts or subparts. Okay, so individually you are given 3 minutes. Each one of the presenter, you are given 3 minutes to present your main parts or your subparts. Okay, so as a group, you are supposed to find 6 main parts, okay, to be presented. So individually, each presenter, okay, you are going to present 2 main parts or subparts. Okay, Ikmal, I hope that answers your question. Okay, any other question? Yes, Ikmal. If you go back and look at the stated or the suggested outline over here for the presentation in Kalam, okay, for each of the presenter, this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, as a group, right, maybe it's going to be like only 10 seconds, okay, for the introduction. And then for presenter number 1, you are going to introduce, okay, about the product, or you give the preview. Okay, for example, hi, my name is Muhammad Shafiqul Zaman, my ID number is AA, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then I am in charge of describing about these 2 main parts. Okay, so when you show 2 main parts, and then next to you, you're going to have the infographic. You're going to highlight about the 2 main parts that you are going to describe. Okay, and then when it comes to the body of your presentation, you're going to talk about unique part 1. Okay, and then you need part 2 about your presentation. Okay, so that's all the presentation from me regarding the 2 main parts. Okay, and then you're going to end it like somehow people will remember about your presentation, and then you're going to put a transition. Okay, meaning that you are putting the handover of your presentation to your next presenter. Okay, for further information regarding this product, my friend, okay, will be presenting about the other main parts or the sub parts. That is how you're supposed to do it. Okay, so you can refer to the guidelines given in column for further information. Right. Any other question? You're welcome, Ikmal. The others, any other question?
So I have a question.
Okay.
For the presentation, do we need to record it 3 minutes straight, or we can cut it and then compile it together?
Okay. All right. Creativity is given to you. You have the freedom to use your own creativity. Okay. For example, all right, you present about unit part number 1, okay, and then you cut it. Okay. And then when you come to unit part number 2, right, you record and then you cut it. And then you are going to merge everything together individually. Okay. But remember, each presenter, you are given only 3 minutes to complete your task, okay, for the presentation. So do not exceed the 3 minutes given to you. And each group, right, when you compile all of the video together, okay, do not exceed 9 minutes given to you. Okay, I can tolerate, okay, 9 minutes and 10 seconds, that kind of thing, but not more than 9 minutes and 30 seconds, for example. Okay, do not, if possible, try to stop yourself from getting more than 9 minutes for each group. Okay, and for each presenter, do not exceed the 3 minutes given to you. Okay.
Okay.
Do I answer your question? All right, you're welcome. Yes, how about the others? Any question? Any other question? No worries, okay? Let's say maybe at this moment you couldn't find any question, okay? Maybe you think you understand, but somehow when you are doing it, okay, you face some problem, you can always ask me in the WhatsApp group, or you can also text me individually, okay? But I prefer for you to ask me in the group so that the others can look at the answers, and maybe they are facing the same problem and they will know how to solve it, okay? So that I don't have to repeat the same answers again. All right. Okay. Let's have a look at column as well again. Okay, we have done about assessment 1A and assessment 1B explanation. Okay, this is the sample of the presentation outline, okay, for the group. This is going to be your guideline of what you are supposed to do for the presentation. Okay. Some of you ask me about this thing. Sir, is this the one that we are supposed to submit in Google Classroom for today? No, this is not the one. Okay. This is the detailed version of what you are going to present. Okay. So you can use this template, okay, in a group, and then put all of the information in this group, in this template, to make sure that you are describing about the product correctly. Okay, for example, right, the product name and the model, okay, that is the reason why I ask you to be specific. Remember, when it comes to technical description, everything should be in specific form, okay? And then you scroll down a bit, okay, name of unit part 1, unit part 2, so it's going to be presenter number 1, okay? And then part 3 and part 4, unit part 3 and part 4, presenter number 2, and unit part 5 and unit part 6 is going to be presenter number 3. Okay, and how to use the product, summary of the presentation. Okay, you can include the advantages of the product and the selling point, why you should buy the product, okay, why people should buy the product, and then you can also highlight the limitations of the product. For example, the product need to have the electricity to make it work. Okay, right? So meaning that without electricity, you cannot use the product, for example, right? And then the references here, okay, at least 3. So this is going to be the guidelines for your assessment 1A infographic and also the guidelines for your assessment 1B, digital, technical, oral presentation. Okay, so please use this guideline in Kalam. You can get it in Kalam in week 3. Okay, so please read 1, 2, and 3 over here carefully, and this is going to be your proper guidance when you are preparing for your assessment. Okay, class? All right. And do not forget this week as well, okay, your self-access activity, the marks should be given here. Okay, some of you have completed your first self-access activity, so I have given you the cover page as well. So please, once you have completed the self-access activity, you just need to submit it in the topic here. Okay, all right, the cover page. Remember the cover page that I've shared with you in the WhatsApp group for the self-access activity. Just fill in the information and then you submit it here. That is for the self-access activity. Okay, let's have a look at some of the things that you have submitted here. Okay, this is group 5, rain sensor. Okay, group 5, rain sensor. Right, Muhammad Nur Firdaus, Muhammad Fahmi, and Muhammad Nur Syakirin. Okay, nice, you have the image. Okay, it's very good. All right, okay, the name of the model. Not more than 12 months, okay. This is good. The company's name and the company background. All right, so this group, you have identified the 6 main parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Only 5 out of 6. Okay, so since that you are doing it in a group, you have to find 6 main parts instead of 4 or 5. Okay, so group number 5, please consider about this. Okay, so please make sure that each group, not only group number 5, but that all of you are doing it in a group. So each group, you need to find 6 main parts that are unique. Okay, so this is group number 5. Right, this is group number, let's have a look. Okay, group 10. Okay, name and model, Samsung Neo. Okay, 13 March 2021. Okay, this is new. 75 inch, if I'm not mistaken, is it? 8K, very expensive. Right, the company name and the background. Okay, my suggestion for the company background, maybe you can summarize it instead of putting all of the information over here. Okay, I mean in the presentation, for the presentation and also for the infographic, okay, you can summarize the information and make it shorter rather than you put everything over here like this because it's too long. Remember, for each group, okay, for the infographic, the wordings should not be more than 450 words. Okay, so within 300 to 450 words. Okay. All right, the same goes over here. Summarize it. Okay, and then you have the parts. Right, great. Okay. This group. Right, this is on PS5. Okay, November 12, 2020. Okay. Summarize it as well. Okay, what problem does the product solve? Do you think about better graphic? Okay, is it a problem? Okay, maybe you can make a comparison between PS5 and PS4. Okay, right. And then, okay, you have the main parts and the subparts. You cannot copy and paste the whole thing over here. So you have to summarize or paraphrase it on your own. Okay, and then the good things, you have all of the images. All right, great. Okay, this group, Anis. No files attached. Okay, this group. How about this group? Okay, Carol Ilham. You are using the detailed presentation outline. Okay, Puricare wearable air purifier. Okay, LG. When was this published or released in the market? It is not stated here. Okay, this is good, but actually I'm looking at the more what you call it simplified version, like the one that I've shared with all of you. Okay, right, Nikno Shuhaida. Mask treatment device. Okay, 9 March founded. Okay, the company. Right. Okay, please put an image to this so that I will know what are you trying to refer to. So, for example, in this part, okay, in this template, okay, for each of the main parts or the sub parts over here, you can put the image, okay, so that we will know what you are trying to refer to. Okay, right. So done with this group. No Shahlin, no attachment there. Okay. No Atika. Electric wagon and stroller or go. Okay. Right. 12 May 2020. Right. Is it in the market? Can somebody from this group respond to me? Nur Atika, Nur Shahlin, or Anis Nadira? Is it already in the market?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's already in the market.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Never mind. I will double check with all of the products, okay, afterwards. All right. And then if I found out that the product has been in the market more than 12 months, then I will ask the group to redo it. Okay, find other product. All right. Okay. And then Ikmal and the group. Okay. Treadmill within 2 to 5 months, meaning specific, please, the date it was released. Okay, so please try
Because
to find. Yes, Ikmal.
because we couldn't find the exact date of the product, but in the like the in its online shopping is stated new arrival.
Okay, because it is like this. Online shopping, it can state that it is a new arrival, right? But again, since that treadmill is not something new, it has been in the market for like many years. So if this is like a new product, a totally new product, there must be something unique about this product that the previous product doesn't have. So you need to be able to find the release date. Okay, please
Okay, sir.
find the release date for this product. If not, you have to find other product for the presentation. Okay, or maybe I can try Horizon Fitness, the outfit one. Horizon Fitness, TR. It is estimated stock arrive. Okay, stock arrive. It is not So as you can see, Facebook here, 19 January 2021. Okay, 19 January. Okay, so yeah, please double check on this thing. Okay, Kamal and the team.
Oh, okay, sir.
All right. uh, Nabila, Siti Nabila, suddenly it appears. Okay, so group 6 over here, parcel log box, 1st of September 2020. Okay, so there are only 4 main parts that you can identify which are unique. Remember, since that you are doing it in a group, you have to find at least 6 main parts, not 4. Okay, and then lastly, this group. All right, Terra Body, Terra Gun Pro, 4th Gen Percussion Massage. Okay. All right. Okay. So you have this image. This is very good. Make sure that you can explain each of the main parts of all the subparts that you have put here. Okay, class. All right. So as we can see over here, all of you have submitted the works. Okay. Maybe some of you miss out few things, and then if you still need clarification regarding the draft, okay, this is the draft, that one that I have showed to you just now. Okay, so you can ask me regarding it. Okay, you can text me personally or in the WhatsApp group. Right now, you are supposed to focus on the presentation outline. Okay, the one in Kalam. All right, remember the presentation outline that I've shared with you, the detailed one, because that is going to be the guidelines for your assessment 1A infographic, and also for assessment 1B digital technical oral presentation. All right, so please focus on that thing. And then in the meantime, if you have any question, okay, you can always ask me. So in the second meeting this week, all right, so it is going to be the due date. 26th of March is going to be the due date for the submission of your SA, okay, if you have not done so. And then for the second meeting this week, which is on Wednesday, you just need to focus on the presentation outline, you and your team members, okay, and prepare all of the information that you can get from the internet. Remember to paraphrase, to summarize the information, trying to find as many related pictures that you can get regarding the product, okay, especially on the main parts and the subparts of the product, okay, and put it in the presentation outline. And next week, we are going to learn on how to prepare the infographic. Okay, I'm going to teach you using Canva, all right, and then from there, you can start developing your own infographic. Okay, but again, from time to time, if you have any question regarding your first assessment, feel free to ask me. Okay, so do not hesitate to ask me if you are not very clear of what you're supposed to do regarding your assessment 1A and your assessment 1B. Right, so before we end our session today, do you have any question?
Sir,
On the 26th,
Yes, Dashini.
okay, so on the 26th March, the submission is for the SSA, right? Language quiz.
Self-assessment. Yes.
And for the proposal thing, it's the same due date, is it?
Okay, you don't have to submit anything regarding the presentation outline.
Okay.
Presentation outline is for you and the team, okay, to discuss together, and then you put all of the information that you are going to put in the infographic and also for the digital technical oral presentation. And the presentation outline is going to be your guideline. Okay, so work in your team now. Okay, you have like another hour after this, and then in the second meeting, to work on that thing. So you don't have to submit anything regarding the presentation outline except for the marks on self-access activity due by this Friday, 11:59 p.m. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, Dashini. Okay. Before that, I can't remember. Oh, Tila. Yeah. Okay, you have a question, I guess. Yes. Oh, so are you going to show us some videos from previous semester? If not, I'd like to request one as a reference, or maybe we can get some idea for later. Okay, sure. I will try to get the best video that we have in our repository. Okay, and I'm going to share the link to all of you so you can watch the video. Okay, all right. So hopefully, I can get it within this week, and then you can watch it. Okay. Do I answer your question, Mother?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. How about the others? Do you have any other question? Question, class?
Sir,
No.
about today's attendance.
Oh, okay. No worries, because I have Google Meet attendance. So once you are in here, I will double check and cross check with the attendance or the name list. So it means that you have attended the session, even though that, let's say your line is disconnected and such. Okay, but the Google Meet attendance will record everything, meaning that you log in at what time, and suddenly you have the internet disconnection, and then you log in back. Okay, everything will be recorded. Don't worry.
Okay. Sir.
All right.
Sir, I have another question.
Okay.
For the main part of the subject, we need to choose at least six parts, kind.
Yes.
So for if we have the main part and six, for the unit one, we need to choose all of it, all of the six parts.
Okay, right. It's going to be like this. If you refer to the presentation outline, okay, each group is required to find at least 6 main parts or subparts. It can be unique. All of it is unique because why? Right. If you don't have these particular main parts or subparts, the product cannot be used. Okay. So in order for us to use the product, we need to have the main parts or the subparts. So that is the reason why I always highlighted that each group should find at least 6 main parts. Okay, right. Why? Because maybe sometimes, okay, let's say if you have only 6 main parts, somehow when you are discussing about the main parts or the subparts, you find out that, okay, the part is like very short. The description is too short. Okay, you cannot elaborate a bit more about the main parts or the subpart. So try to find at least 6. If you have more than 6, then it should be okay. Okay, so this week, all right, you and your team members discuss about all the main parts and the subparts and how you're going to transfer all the information from the internet, okay, and put it in your writing. Okay, I'm going to share the link to paraphrasing, summarizing, and synthesizing as well, together with the in-text citation and references. Okay, Mother Tila, hopefully it answers your questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Gentlemen, don't you have any question? Yes.
Sir, how
Yes,
about
Firoz.
the quiz at the Kalam?
The quiz.
Ah,
What quiz? Week number? Oh, week number?
we yeah yeah.
Do you have a quiz in Kalam? Because in the weekly planner, it is not stated that you have a quiz yet. Okay, week 1, you have one quiz, but that one is going to be just a quiz, but no marks given. Okay, it is just to test your understanding regarding the topic or the subtopics. Week 3, we have 5 quizzes altogether, but again, it is not marks given. Okay, no marks given there. It is just to test your understanding regarding the topic or the subtopic. Okay, so the only quiz that we have at this moment is your first self-access activity. Okay, Fidaus?
Okay, okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome. All right, class, the others? No other question?
I think for now, no, sir.
Okay, Kamal. Right, so if that is the case, no other question from all of you. Thank you very much for joining me today. Okay, once this video has been converted, like rendered, okay, I will upload it to YouTube and share the link in our WhatsApp group. So those who couldn't join the session today, you can watch the video. All right, so until then, thank you very much, everyone, for joining our class today. If you have any question, do not hesitate to ask me in the WhatsApp group. Okay, I will try to reply to it as soon as possible. Okay, in the meantime, take care, drink a lot of water because it is really hot outside there. Right? And stay safe, everyone. So that's all from me. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.